You. I mean, and now I'm just gonna, because you know how this goes. I just try one. No, it's this one.
That's the one.
This feels like a family reunion. I've been saying it all day, right? Because, interestingly enough, I called Sidella about 2 years ago, right before COVID, because we were thinking of honoring Nana Rita. And we said that, and I said, Sidella, I don't know if you remember me, but I used to be called Andrea Williams. And she said, what do you mean? Mama used to come, and she used to be at IRFM, and then she would take us all to the beach. She'd take us all to the river. And this is how she remembered it. And I thought, wow, yes, Nana Rita was always at the river.
Yeah.
Always at the beach.
Yeah. So we grew up.
We can't expect less.
So we grew up.
Yes.
My father and my mother, we always went to the beach, the rivers, the places where only certain people know them places and everybody know them places, So,
right. Yeah. And I think you used to go up Blue Hole to, don't it? Up in St. Anne.
Yeah,
Exchange.
man, all over.
Blue Hole.
Man, all over.
Yeah. We've lost it, I'm just saying.
We can't get it back, man. We can't lose it, and we're our one. So it's a thing where the people have to just realize,
But Ziggy, I want to thank you so much. This is a award-winning Grammy artist and a global personality, somebody who's achieved just so much, who's walked with kings and has not lost the common touch, has not forgotten Jamaica, the land, or the people wherever you go. And I really want to thank you for that you remain humble and that you haven't forgotten.
Can't forget.
Yeah, thank you so much for that, Ziggy. When I saw that you reposted and commented on the flyer put out by Jabem, calling on the government and the authorities to repeal the Beach Control Act and to give free access to public access to Jamaicans, that you reposted that, and you didn't just repost it, you talked about your own experience in Jamaica, and you made an appeal to the government of Jamaica also. Sidella also did that. I was, I cheers, first of all, because I thought this is what we want. We want Ziggy, we want Sidella on this. What made you do that?
Well, from experience, and so I come back to Jamaica to do the Bob Marley movie. We're working on that. Went to Bull Bay Beach, say all of my old friends, people that I grew up with. And them tell me the story, how them come and threaten them and, kind of, like I use bad manism upon the people to kind of scare them from giving up them rights.
Yes, they did. They did.
So when me hear that now, I just say, what go on with that? So we just decide to look a little bit more into it and speak to some people who know what's going on. And some hear the story how them try take away the beach access from Jamaican people. Places where we used to go freely before anybody to think about it. Places where we used to live freely without anybody used to think about it. Places where we build foundation, family. From me a little baby, the same people them there. So 50, 40 years of people, now them come and say, yo, you have to move or you have to get out or else what. So that really touched my heart because of my family.
Yes.
You know what I say? And we grew up. And so we say, well, that's not right. It's not the right thing that. It's not the right thing that the people can freely access them land. Mm-hmm. In that way where it is also a form of therapy for us to be able to go to the beach, go to the river, alleviate so much of the problems we face. So when I like that, I have to do something about that,
Yeah, and what you did has far-reaching effect. I can tell you that already we had a response from NEPA, which is interesting because we've been on this for a good while.
Yeah.
And NEPA hasn't responded, but I saw a response through this station, by the way, last night, interestingly enough, where NEPA is saying that we are engaging in misinformation and that we are not losing access to the beaches. But you grew up on the beaches, on the coast.
You know, and I say, why? What am I saying? When I lose access, well, I have to pay. What I have to pay?
But
still
even
have access, but pay.
No, but that's not.
What am I trying to say?
Yes.
Cause I mean, listen, it's more than just a beach access thing now. You know, it's a rights thing, it's a constitutional thing.
Yes.
So we have to go even deeper than just think about it, you know, in terms of beach. The law that prevents the Jamaican people from having that right is a colonial law. It's not a Jamaican law. It's a law by the ruling class of people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, even them say we get independence, them still want to keep down the people. Because them look down upon the people. A lot of people look down upon Jamaican people, even in a Jamaican society. And say, you know, boy, you know, Jamaican people, if you do this, them are going to destroy it. If you do that, them are going to do this. You know, it's like it's a discrimination against Jamaican people. And a stereotyping of Jamaican people. Where them not feel like, so we can share a beach with tourists. Or we can go in a nice place and keep it nice. Because, you know, them feel so when Jamaican, you know. So we even face it myself. Come and face it the other day.
How you mean?
Tell you what I mean. I try to rent a place. We come Jamaica, we'll work on the movie. Trenchtown, Jungle, Bull Bay, all over. Enjoy the time, hard work. So we'll finish that now. My family come, my wife come, my youth them come. We find a nice place for a villa somewhere for me to enjoy. You know, some beach life and what have you.
Yes.
Old Fort Bay right just so. You know, Ochi. A place name, what them call it, Salt, what name Sea Salt. I look a villa named Sea Salt. Only if I find out, say the man say, when him hear say we, him say him not rent the place to no Jamaican. You understand? I say, wait, what kind of place we are living at? Discrimination, sir?
Are you serious?
What do you mean? I'm more than serious. It's a serious thing. You know, so, listen.
No, hold on, Ziggy.
Yeah.
I mean, because you're Ziggy Marley.
Yeah. Well, that is the thing now, because you see, if you don't run a certain sectors of people, even though me Ziggy Marley, me still not rolling in certain circles. My circle, them still in at the roots. So them still feel, say, why, if them rent Ziggy Marley place, maybe some of the roots or something, I don't know what I think.
We have no friends in high society.
You understand?
I was listening to your dad's music. You know me, I love your music. Yeah. The last time I interviewed you, it was about your last album, you know, and I said to you, this is a definitive Ziggy Marley, right? Yeah. And I was listening back to that again. I listened to Beach in Hawaii. As a matter of fact, you heard me playing that, and I said, Ziggy has to do one for Jamaica, and if I even rework this, but you have to do one first. But I was listening to Trenchtown, your father's Trenchtown. And I thought, I never heard it before. I didn't listen properly. Because there's a line in there where he talks about, I don't want to be a prisoner in my own country. Well, he didn't say my own country, but to be a prisoner here. So I'm going to wash him head a river, or watch him locks a river. Yeah. But don't let me be a prisoner. And I said, what could he mean by that? But it is, to me, it is visionary. It is almost prophetic. Because that is what is happening now. I don't know if you can still go Cane River, but I know that a lot of the rivers, we can't go there anymore.
Cane River, you have to pay now for go. So, yeah, I mean, listen, it's deep. It's levels to this thing. It's a constitutional thing.
So, did you get the villa?
No, I'm going to get it now.
And did they... And
tell them, yeah, man, I say, yo, what that? Like, I say, is that... Listen, Jamaicans are being discriminated against in their own country. Wow. You understand me?
Well, yeah.
By a certain... class, I don't know what it is.
It's classism.
But we are being discriminated against.
Yes.
And that we can't stand for that. We shouldn't. This is our country. Or we are discriminated against us, so we can't do this or we can't do that. Even though I can pay you still are discriminate against me. For what? Because I'm a Jamaican? No, man. That can't work.
Ziggy, you've traveled the world, and I know you're a child of the water, like your mom and like your dad. We're ocean's children. Have you ever seen anything quite like this kind of apartheid situation?
Beach in Hawaii, right? That song. If you go Hawaii right now, the local people have access to them beach. Even if me go up on a holiday, the local man can just come and...
Yeah, but you know the songs I want you to come.
So when me say that, and then me say, you know, me I say, yeah, we're going to Jamaica now, right, man? We have to change the constitution. We have to give the Jamaican people rights. What we know we're supposed to have. We'll fight for the rights. Paul Bogle, Marcus, Sam Sharp, Nani, our father. You know, we'll fight for this country. You know, so we're supposed to get... You see, independence without rights is not independence. Freedom without rights is not freedom. So we have rights for go with the freedom or what we say we get. For go with the independence what we say we get. Or else we don't have nothing if we don't have rights.
How important is land rights then? And do you think land rights is connected to this whole idea of access to the beach? That the two things are somehow connected.
Yeah, well, I don't know too much about the land rights or what's going on there, but I mean, the people, the Jamaican people of all classes, not just the rich class, the poorest people in Jamaica must be able to, don't have to pay for go up on a beach for them country and swim and relax and enjoy a day. And then go back to what they have to go back to. We don't have to pay any money for that.
The government has said that if they give Jamaican people, and they told that to the United Nations last month, that if they give Jamaican people access, it's 9:15 by the way, if they give Jamaican people access to all the beaches, that will create an environment, an economic disaster or an environmental disaster, something to that effect.
You know, there was always some like private beaches, you know. I said, no, long time. But now them come for everything.
Yeah.
Them leave some for us.
Yes.
And leave some for us, leave some where we can share it, and the tourists can come and enjoy it too, and we can enjoy it, and the older we can just enjoy it, without looking down on us and predetermining that, boy, if the Jamaican them come, then the place mash up and they happen. That's discrimination and stereotyping of Jamaican people. So we can share it, we can do a balance, because we need both. We need that economic thing with the tourism thing, but we still need our rights. So it's a balance.
Can the two things function together? Because that, and there's a point you made earlier when when you at the opening you talked about the fact that there seems to be a policy in Jamaica or a thinking in Jamaica that the tourists cannot exist alongside the Jamaican on the same beach. So can the two things coexist?
Of course, we do it. We do it right now. I'm in a bull bear right now. We can do it. Don't look down on us. We are not animals. We're human beings. And everybody is not the same. You know, every black man is not the same, every white man is not the same, every Jamaican is not the same. You can't just judge it like that. You understand? Make us work together, find a balance with the community, and work to make everybody happy at the same. Yeah, you know what I mean? So
Ziggy, let me take a quick break. Yeah. We have in the studio with us Ziggy Marley. A quick break and we'll be right back. In Africa, and my very, very special guest in studio is Ziggy Marley, and all left for me to do now is sit down by the console because I always the studio. But it's all good. I'm very happy to have Ziggy in the house with us. You know, Ziggy, we just heard from the founder director of JABEM, Dr. Devon Taylor. He said, I have lost access to Old Fort Bay as well. My family was told to move my kids' clothes off their fence in about 2015. And he says, welcome to the revolution.
No, well, who feels it knows it, you know? So there you go, you know?
Yeah, welcome to the revolution. And there's so many people writing in about their own experiences. Yeah. And I think people are now more willing to talk because we're hearing from you. I want you to talk about how you feel, but also to talk to our fisher folk, because there's something happening on the island where those, the people we call fisher folk now, they are being locked out. They're being kicked off the beaches. And there are hundreds of them who are now left without a livelihood, a means to feed their children. And the situation appears to many of them. We've had fisher folk here in the last few weeks crying, big men crying, because they've been locked out of Little Duns River, they've been locked out of Marmy Bay Beach, or they've been locked out of some other beach, and have no livelihood. Talk to them for me, please, again.
Well, I mean, we need better representation then. If you can't represent the people like that, that are the ground, that are the foundation of everything. You know, it's not the tribes build from the top down, but you have to build from the bottom. You have to lay a foundation, and these people are the foundation. So what I say to the people, I'm say, you need to better represent. Who represent you? Who represent you to them powers there?
Well, JABEM is doing it now, thanks to JABEM. And, you know, I know I'm going to pause for a minute here, and there's another Marley name I'm going to call, because I wanted to thank Stephanie Marley for the work she's doing behind the scenes. The Marley family are a family of revolutionaries. Thank you so much. Stephanie, good morning to you, my sister. So Jabem, what it is representing those people now? And we are representing them too, but we are talking about within the political system. That the government of Jamaica represent the people of Jamaica for the benefit of Jamaica. So it should be.
And to help the foundation of Jamaica to grow. So there also lies where we have to find the people that are going to represent the foundation. So we can build from the fisherman them, the farmerman them, the local people who struggle, build them up, and it will come up till the top the top will build too. But now them just are focused on the top. So the representation, someone don't know what you can do about that.
Well, you see, that's the question. We're doing what we can do about it, and I think, as I said before, lending your voice to it is really a big deal. By the way, just to let our listeners know, you can catch us on all of IRFM social media platforms right now. We're streaming live. We're on YouTube, Instagram, all of them, Facebook, Twitter, you name it, irfm.net. Check us out. We're streaming this part of the program live with Ziggy Marley.
Sir, and the next thing with we too, you know what I mean? We need to mobilize the people for really make them call. They're not going to take it serious until them to the people really mobilize and disturb them a little bit, because we're talking about it, but we need more action from more people, from every people.
All right. I want you to go deeper with that. 4 weeks ago, a group of us went to demand access or to take access to Blue Lagoon. I was there. I was staring down the barrels of AK-47s. I had my 14-year-old daughter with me. And I made a decision on the spot that I would not go over the fence. That was my idea, because I couldn't die in front of her. Right. And that would happen. These police, they were militant. Now, the question is, take us through that process of mobilization. What does that look like?
The same thing. You have to start from the foundation. You have to start from the grassroots, because you have people who can't pay, you know. But the people who can't pay are the people who are going to feel it the most. So we really have to talk to them people in the community. Not over the radio, in the community. In every community, to make them understand them rights. You understand?
Because, Ziggy, are you saying that you think, and I am agreeing with you, by the way, that the Jamaican people, generally speaking, the masses of the people, do not understand this as their right, and maybe don't care to the extent that they should?
Yeah, I mean, I understand them not care, but them not really know enough. And for them not have that emotional response yet, like what me did have. Me have an emotional response to when the people them tell me. Me have an emotional response to when the man tell me, say, him not going to rent me the place because I'm a Jamaican. So that emotion, but the people have to feel that emotion and feel say, they might take something from you where you have a right, where you really should have a right to, like the people in Hawaii have a right to. The people in other countries have a right to. Why we can't have that right? What? Want to we?
How do we take the right, or?
No, they will not take the right. They have to give us the right, but we have to stand up to them so them can give us the right. Because as I says, the constitution and the laws that exist now are colonialism.
Yes.
Is a ruling class law set for keep down the people of Jamaica. So that is the foundation of the thing. Them say, there's a law here that we can't, blah, 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 blah. Change the law, change the constitution to benefit the foundation of Jamaica, which is the people. Paul Bogle, Nani, descendants of these people who fight for this country. Of the people them that you still keep down.
You know, I feel a passion, you know, and you said something that's really reverberating with me. You said you have to feel that emotion, how you felt when you were told. How I felt.
Yeah.
When I still not able to describe my feeling when I went to enter Blue Lagoon and met gunmen, police officers with AK-47s. Yeah. I can tell you something, I felt ashamed also. There was an embarrassment, right? And so there are a series of things that I'm still processing because I'm suffering from post-traumatic disorders as a result of it. So that I think the experience is important. But if we I was driving through the hinterlands of St. Anne a few Saturdays ago, 9 miles actually, Prickly Pole and up them places. And I'm saying to myself, but we're talking about access to the beaches, but here are Jamaicans living up in these mountains who don't even think, they're not thinking of going to the beaches. Should they be concerned?
Yeah, because it's not about beaches. It's about rights. It's about our rights. Beaches is a like a pretty thing. Yes. But it's not about the beaches. It's about the rights of the people in them own land.
Yes.
The beach, all right, so but we don't have no beach, and what? We still want rights.
And so it really comes down to that. And that is why we go forward to the law. Do you do support what Jabem is doing, right?
Yeah, man. I mean, of course. Yeah, that's why I'm here. Yeah.
Yeah, and also the fact that it is now going through the courts. But how do we begin to reconcile those two things? That we know this is all right, but we have to face the courts. Jabem is now facing down 5 lawyers against 1 lawyer for access to the Marley Beach, for access to the Bob Marley Beach.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I saw the system set up, you know. Power and money can buy rights and take away people's rights. And them people who try to take away people's rights know them wrong, you know. But through money, them still have to do it. So, people have to rise up, man. People have to rise up and make them know. And disturb them for them thing what them are trying to do, because otherwise them just think say people don't really care. Them can do what they want. The people them can kick out what they want. Them people are powerless. Them, you know, Jabem do the greatest job, but we want the communities to support what Jabem is doing and show these people in that ruling class who don't care that them have to care, because we're gonna disturb what you do too. We're going to disturb your life. You disturb our life. We are disturb your life to then.
We want to disturb our neighbors. You know, love is our religion. But
peacefully.
Yeah, but we've been trotting on the wine press much too long. What did your father mean, do you think, when he said rebel? You just said it, you know. Yeah, I saw your dad just now. When you said rise up.
Yeah, man. That you mean, man. I mean, but listen, Bob got through it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's come like the same thing when we go through. It's kind of not really change. Like, you know what I say, it's like the same thing Rasta did face, discrimination, but now I'm a Rasta Jamaican. You know what I say? So it's really strange to me, saying that this, what was it, I got 2024 or whatever, so them kind of thing we have to deal with. In a Jamaica, discrimination against Jamaica. Me can't get a place because, the only reason I can't get it is because I am Jamaican. What that?
And I'm still trying to come to terms with it.
What that? That's the only reason. And I say, you know anything else about me? I mean, me have a prison record or something. What? Just because I'm Jamaican, you're going to deny me that? What that? There should is not undiscriminatory law in Jamaica. You can discriminate against Jamaica in Jamaica?
Well, according to what the government told the United Nations at the third last month, we don't have any of that.
No, well, we have to have that.
So in terms of discrimination, we don't have the discriminatory practices. So it's interesting that this is what we are hearing from the third. But here is Ziggy Marley. Minister Grange, this is Ziggy, and he was denied access to a villa because he's Jamaican. It means that we have to look again, Minister. We have to look again.
But
something is wrong. Something, you see, we didn't take away alone. We don't know. No, honestly, it might sound away, you know. But you see,
now I'm going to tell them, I'm glad I have the experience. Because now I know.
Well, there you
go.
You
understand me? So I tell them, yo, I'm glad, you know. Because now I know. Now I know. Me experience it now. So I can deal with it now. You understand? In a different level.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah.
We're going to take another break. We're talking about the privatization of beaches in Jamaica, the lack of access to beaches in Jamaica. NEPA has said on this station yesterday that we are peddling in misinformation, that we're not losing access to the beaches. So I want to ask NEPA about Marley Beach and about Reggae Beach I live very near to Reggae Beach. I used to jog down there and just jog on the beach. Now, I just green fence, Missy gone up, and God would have it, and the ancestors would have it, that a big tree drop down upon one fence and tear it down, because that means we don't have to tear it down. But we're still afraid for God, because they've put the chains on us, on our minds. So we're still, we're now living in fear of accessing the water. You know, it's ridiculous. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. All right, we're back with you inside of the Running African, inside of the Africa Forum. Tell me what's on the line. Rasta Beach in Negril. Is it gone? Oh, we don't know. But we can find out. I don't know Rasta Beach in Negril. Do you know it, Ziggy? No. But I know that they're losing a lot. Can you take a few calls?
Yeah, man.
All right, let's open the phone line. Since so many messages are coming in, and take your calls for Ziggy Marley, 974-5079, 5051, 5043, and 1-888-991-4152. You can also get us at 6618-0352. I know that there are a lot of messages on the IRFM WhatsApp, but we'll take your telephone calls for Ziggy Marley inside of the Africa Forum this morning. We're talking about discrimination. We're talking about the loss of access to the beaches, the loss of access to the water. The question arises, Ziggy, about who owns what, because, and then I'm going back to your album, you know, which I have listened to many times over the years, talking about love, talking about inviting people to Hawaii and so on, and the beach, but even deeper than that, talking about your own voice, because there's a song you have about truth where you talk about, if I do not speak, it's almost like it will kill you. Mm-hmm. And do you feel like you're at this point where it is now, that the time is now to speak, or else that truth is too much to hold together?
Yeah, no, I feel like there's a reason why everything happened. There's a reason why we do the Bob Marley movie in this period of time. There's a reason why I am here in this period of time. While I've been here, we do some community work, look on some basic schools, help some schools, help build a house, St. Anne's and things. So, and then this come up. So I feel like it has shown me, say, yeah, it's time for the more.
Yes.
For the more, you know, the more. Yeah.
I feel you. Let me go to the phone lines. Hotep? Greetings. All right, so that is not there, but there are like 3 lines ringing at the same time. Let me see.
Morning.
Yes, greetings, Hotep. How are you doing?
I'm good, but I'm good and bad at the same time.
All right.
I can't believe what I just hear Ziggy say. It's not all them say to you know exactly what them say. Somebody like that. One of my foreigners are in Banya. He's not supposed to own no property in Jamaica. They're supposed to deport him in South Sudan.
Where we are going to send him go?
That property there.
Yes.
Half of Ziggy and his family for buy it, you know, man. They develop it the right way, man. He's
Yes.
not supposed to there, man.
Yeah, but you see, yes. I know. It's shocking. It's shocking for all of us. I don't even know if Ziggy understand the extent to which we're shocked.
We can't believe it.
Yeah.
I just what the man said.
Yes. All right, that's it.
Man, something to go on in Jamaica, man. Then it can get from bad to worse, man.
Yeah. Did you have any question for Ziggy, or should we take another call?
Okay, I have enough questions, so I can't say too much.
But we get 618. All right, thanks for calling. All right, you're inside of the Africa Forum as we take your calls for Ziggy Marley and your questions. Ziggy, and I know I just saw a message on the IRFM WhatsApp. Well, quite a few actually, but one in particular. Quite a few people are asking that about the extent to which the family then will become ambassadors, literally, for this project.
No, but we ambassadors are already for the rights of people, man. You know, this is just a part of that same thing where we depend forever. My father depend it, we depend it. Are the same thing. It just happen, it's in our land it there now. When we have to come and say something.
We go back to the phone lines. Hello, caller. Good morning. Hotep? Hello? We're hearing you.
Cabo.
Yes.
Cabo, you hearing me?
Oh, yes, loud and clear.
Yeah, man, this is Devon Taylor.
Oh, Dr. Devon Taylor, welcome. I see that they've locked you out of Old Fort Bay, huh?
Yes, greetings, Ziggy.
Yeah,
Thanks for joining the movement.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this is the greatest transfer of the wealth of the Jamaican people. It's neo-colonialism, okay? And I'm happy that, not that you have to experience what we on the North Coast have been experiencing, for a very long time. This is very, very personal, not only on this level, but on the level of my family. Because just like I come outside the diaspora after getting my education, and I naturalize all of my youth them from them as 6 months old, and them have them Jamaican passport, and I step forward through those gates of Old Fort Bay, get blocked out, and try to traverse that space there with my youth them, and get aggressively dealt with. About the experience I share with you on this program about trying to walk from Old Fort Bay to Laughing Water was in that same space when a girl stand up with a pump rifle and a pit bull dog and tell me, say, me and my youth them can't go around there, so because we can't go around there. So Jamaicans are getting locked out of this space. So what Peter Knight said last night was big misinformation. I him send it this
egregious. It's egregious.
I responded with 3 posts that shows that the beach where Ray sits on now was coming to for State Town. We lost that. We can't enter the beach where Sanders is. We cannot enter Marley Beach. We can't go to Old Fort Bay. The transfer all of that land to check. We cannot go to Laughing Waters. We now lose that Downs River. We lose 95% of all of the beach access in Ocherias, and it continues. We can't go Golden Eye. Them Eye the Pampaji. Them close down Blue Lagoon. The vultures them a circle around.
We're going, Devon, we're going to have a discussion. We're going to have to have a discussion about Golden Eye. And I don't want to put people on the spot, but we need everybody, we need everyone on board. And I know that some things are happening without people necessarily knowing. And so I want to give our brother the benefit of the doubt because he's one of the top athletes in the world. And so, my brother, I called out to you before. You've done a jingle for me and everything. You saying, come talk to him. Because you see, there are buildings going up, and there are people involved in all of these buildings. And they have taken, and I'm not saying Usain is doing this. I'm saying he probably don't have no idea that those who are building have captured and taken the beach from the people and access, let us say access to the beach from the people. So I'm going to ask my brother to we've been trying to get him on the phone, to kind of let us have a conversation about this because this is what, is out there. Now, so we have that. And I think that we have many others who might be, their names are connected to stuff and they do not realize what is happening. I'm just saying that this is what is happening because I do not believe that there are some people who would willfully engage in something like that. But yes, Turtle Beach, we see where James Bond Beach is also closed. We're not quite sure why. But I know there's no access to James Bond Beach, and then there's a little beach beside that. And all we have now is the fish sanctuary at Marley Beach, because there's quite a few beaches in Jamaica that people call Marley Beach. So at Marley Beach in Oakabessa, we have the fish sanctuary, and you can't go there to disturb the fish. So here we are. So Devon, this is I think a critical moment. How do you respond to NEPA? Does Jabem respond directly to NEPA? How are you going to deal with this?
So I dealt with that by responding to what the news station posted on IRI.
Which is IRI FM, yes.
And I put data in there to support that. Okay?
Yes. Well, let me just say this then to IRI FM. Please follow up the story.
Yes. Miles around Jamaica.
Yes.
We only have access to 2.8 of that mile.
Say that again.
Okay? 2.8 of that mile. There is 493 miles of coastline around Jamaica, and it's only 2.8 miles of that is open up for public access. Okay? And we're losing that. That's published in the New York Times, okay, less than a month ago. Go read it. Not only that, it is in the New York Times, that is substantiated by
NEPA itself. Peter Knight has written an article, I think in 2017, that categorically states that the Beach Control Act of 1956 gave Jamaica no general right of access to the foreshore. We're not making this thing up. It's quoted in Section 3, Part 4 of the Beach Control Act of 1956.
Devon, let me quickly ask you, Devon. Now, what does it mean to Jabem that Ziggy Marley has come out as strongly as he has, that Sidella Marley has come out as strongly as she has, and that Stephanie Marley has been doing such a yeoman's work on ensuring that whatever issues arise, that somehow they are dealt with from many different perspectives? What does it mean?
This is a very, phenomenal endorsement. All right? Ziggy Marley says the grassroots needs to come out. Ziggy Marley is the grassroots, and Ziggy Marley came out. Okay? And for that, Jabem is forever grateful, but that is bigger than Jabem. Jabem is just a messenger. Ziggy came out for the people of Jamaica, and I want the people of Jamaica to lose the fear, because we says we have lost the fear. We fear no more. No more do I fear those guys.
That is true. And I just said I'm fearful.
And tell us to shut up. We have lost the fear.
I'm
afraid.
afraid.
It came out. We are phenomenal about that, my brother. And you're calling out others, within the space of the celebrity space. But we know you were grown properly, because your father stood for this. He stood for the rights of Jamaican people. That's why he trod into Rhodesia and boxed that out of the way and bring in Zimbabwe. That's why he trod across the world, and he gave you that because you were on stage with him and you saw that and lived that experience.
I'm going to interrupt you, Devon, because I want to get in a few more calls. So I'm going to interrupt you. Sorry for that. Let me just see if I can get a few more calls. But thank you so much. I know you're in Puerto Rico. You're not even in America. You're in Puerto Rico.
I'm on a free beach in Puerto Rico. I just walked to an easement in Puerto Rico and run 2 miles on the beach and nobody stopped me.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Thank you, Devon.
Give thanks.
Thank you. I'm not quite sure how I'm doing this, but I'm doing my best around here. Hello, good morning. Hello? Yes, Hotep?
Good morning.
Yeah,
Good morning.
Greetings. How are you doing?
I'm great. And
Yes.
you?
I'm well, if you two are well.
Yes, and Ziggy's there?
Yeah.
He's there, yes.
Good morning, King Ziggy.
Morning.
And presence to you is real great on the radio right now.
Yeah, man.
And now we know how we and them are going to work it out. Right, Ziggy?
Yeah.
Because them shouldn't trouble none of the Marley family like how them are trouble everybody. So,
I know
my
what you mean.
question to you now, Ziggy.
Yeah.
When someone from the Marley family gonna say to Jamaican, enough is enough. Man, woman, and children, it's time we stand up for our right with some placard marking enough is enough. I mean, like tomorrow, it shouldn't be business as usual. Every Jamaican should have a placard in their hand. We're tired of this corruption. Enough is enough. When are you going to do that for us, Ziggy? Because them shouldn't trouble the Marley family. Now we know how we and them going to work it out.
All right, let Ziggy answer.
Yeah, well, this is a part of it, why I'm here today and speaking up. And also, as I say, we have to start from the grassroots in the community. So, as we go through the community, in the next days, in the future, whenever, and as everyone go through the community, their own community, them should be talking about this. Telling them friend, I tell them friend, tell your brother, your sister, your mother, your auntie. I saw it have to go, me alone, I go do what I do, but everyone have to do them part. Tell everybody, make everybody know what go on, and then at this way it will come.
All right, caller.
Your daddy have give you the key and now you have pull the lock.
Wait,
means,
he's done.
I mean, when you reach a Harbour View roundabout tomorrow morning, you can't reach the airport. Because the whole of Harbour View people there in the roundabout.
My brother, let us... I know you're asking Ziggy, but let us do it...
The whole of out of Petra Jam there, so no boy, I can't tell me a gas truck after go deliver gas. And when you reach down a Melrose area, so no one can left a man because of Manchester people, they're out in the road with placard. Enough is enough, Rasta.
Thank you so much, my brother.
Yeah.
What have they done for us?
Me hear you. Still, we have to know how we do things because we don't want to cause more pain for ourselves. So we have to do it the right way. You know what I say? Because our working people have to keep working. And our working people are the problem. You know? So we have to know how we do things when we do things. Yeah, because we don't want to mess up with one of people even more than it mess up already. So we have to smart about what we do, you know? So we have to think it through and do it the right way. That's what I say, you know?
Well, Ziggy, what do you think about what's happening, for example, in Paris right now? What's happening in Israel? What's happening in...
Rebellion rises.
In South Africa. It seems to me as if people are just saying...
Enough
everywhere.
Is enough.
Yes, enough is enough.
That's what I say. Yeah,
you
man.
know, we've been trotting on the wine press. Hello, caller. Good morning.
Greetings.
Yes, greetings. How are you doing?
I'm blessed and I'm doing good if you're also doing good.
I'm well, if you two are well. Go ahead. All right, hang on. Can you hold one sec? Just one sec. Let me take a quick time signal. That's all.
Love it, brother.
Yeah, man. I've been yearning for this occasion to even share a word with you, you know?
Yeah.
So this morning, my take is, what can I do to get the return of Scots Pass land to the Rastafarians?
Yeah, well, I mean, what we can do about it? We can reason upon it and so on. Go on. Certain things you really have to get into because things that are going on when they're supposed to go on and things go on when they're supposed to go on. So it's a real reason and a real overstanding that forgot happen. It's not going to just happen, so. We have to come to some kind of consciousness of how things to be. You know what I mean? So it's a reason that forgot really happen for that happen. And every party have to get involved and reason things out. You know, if it happens the right way. Yeah.
I agree with that and that, but with the word, sound and power, we are depending on the eye to do what is best and what have to be done that the land be returned, because it has done so much for ones and ones in this central part of Jamaica and even over the world.
Yeah.
So more life and more strength and more wise mind in approaching the situation, my brother.
I hear you, brother.
Thank you for calling.
Love, yeah.
All right. We have 10 minutes to go, 9 minutes to go inside of the program. But I know that there are many questions and many calls. I know you're holding calls. So if you want to release those for us, we'll take those. My sister Stephanie is reminding me that last week I talked about Richmond Estates, where I went to look at a house when they were just building those houses there. And I was told that they didn't want Jamaicans to buy, which is quite true.
See?
Yeah. That happened. I could take two more if you wish. So
discriminated against in one country, man.
So this is a level that which we're at. It takes a revolution to make a solution, but what does revolution look like? And we come back to that, Ziggy. Let me go back to the phone lines. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Kabu.
Hey, welcome.
Kabu, my name is Mike.
Hey, Mike. Thanks for calling.
I'm from Westmoreland. I was born in Secret Town.
Yes.
I am a white Jamaican.
Yes. Thanks for calling.
I was born here in 1952.
Mm-hmm.
My ancestors came here from Germany in 1930s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yes.
In the 1830s.
Mm-hmm.
And it's unfortunate, Ziggy, what you said, my friend, is right. We need to go about it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
You see, but the thing about it is this. The only thing that our government will understand is money. And the only way you can affect us, the message I get from what is being said about the beaches is that we're good enough to cater to the tourists, to serve them, change them bed, cook them food, show them around, give them a good time. Whatever they want, we're willing to do it. But at the same time, we're not good enough to share the beach with them.
Mm.
So the only way...
It's harsh, you know.
...is through money.
Mm. How so?
Well, all of the tourists, all of the hotel workers, them, all of the people them who cater to these tourists, is them have to stand up. Them are the only one that can make a difference.
And by those who cater to the tourists, you're talking about the employees? Of
Yes.
the hotels?
And that's when Ziggy said that we have to do it the right way.
Oh, I see what you mean.
We have to do it the right. We have to do it the right way.
Mm.
But those are the people that need to stand up and say, hold on here. We're good enough to come work for you. We're good enough to serve the white man them food. And we're good enough to serve the Chinaman them and whoever else come here.
All right, let me have Ziggy respond to you.
Pardon me?
Yeah, Ziggy's about to respond to you. Just listen on.
Yeah. Me remember say, what me going to say to you is that we have to remember say, even some of the who are called tourists will understand what we are talking about too and agree with what we are saying.
Yeah.
And just them don't know. But
they don't.
A lot of them is fans of the music, fans of the country, love the culture, and they will also be against this kind of discrimination against Jamaican people. If the tourists know what going on, they will also stand with us and say, no, Jamaican people must have them right for access the beaches, access them land, access them river, just like we as a tourist.
I agree with you on that, And so how do we get the message to the tourists is a thing, and I think you have started that process. Thank you so much, caller. I would like to talk to you another...
Give me one more second there. But
quickly.
But Ziggy, the thing that we have to do is this. Is that you talk to the people that work in a tourist area.
Yeah.
Because the tourists, man, I know the foreigners, many foreigners. I left Jamaica when I was 16 years old and went to Canada. I went to school in Canada. I got a scholarship to go to school in Kingston. I went to school in Canada. I graduated from Ryerson Polytechnical Institute. And the reality of it is I worked in management many years. I retired as a nurse. Mm-hmm. And the thing about it, I come back here to this island to retire. And the mentality of some of the people them that you see, like skilled trades people here, and the attitude them have, them take your money, but them don't want to finish the work.
Well, that's a whole different conversation. So let us hang on there. Let us have that conversation another time. All right? Because that's a whole other. Right. Thank you so much.
What you need to do is to make a song about that. So you make a song about Hawaii. Give me a song about Jamaica.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. I'm so sorry I disconnected you, but I know you were wrapping up. But I agree with him.
I've been talking about it because being here is inspiring.
Yes.
Joining this struggle is inspiring. So music must come out of it.
Yes, I feel so good to be in the struggle with you, my brother. Queen Africa, my sister, saying hail up everybody.
Yes.
So she's been on the battlefield.
Yeah, man.
So she already she's seriously in the struggle.
Yeah.
Morning Queen. And all right, Ras Jomo, who is in Buffalo. I told you that we got dropped off at the right. He's talking about a hotel, and I don't know if I can go ahead and call the hotel. Well, I almost did, didn't I? But anyway, so he says it's crazy. When he's a broadcaster in Buffalo, New York. Yeah. And so when he comes, he says he can't believe it. Do you listen? Ras Jomo, you know that you're a broadcaster. You shouldn't send me the thing for you without the people and hotel name. Anyway, so right, let me see what Alex Minot is in Moortown. Alex says, please let him know. Mining in the Rio Grande will shrink the size of all beaches, considering the fact that it's minerals from the mountains that make the sand on the beach. So let's talk about mining in relation to what's happening to the beaches. It's a lot that you have sent, Alex. So I've read the very last one. Or could you mention for me the fact that we, the indigenous people of the East, would love Ziggy's help to push out awareness of the fact that the sand mining still continues in the Rio Grande. And it is a very serious issue. So it really is all connected. Ziggy, it is just one of those mornings. And I'm reading as we go. Professor Rosalie Hamilton says, excellent interview with Ziggy. I would love to discuss with Ziggy what the right way mean. Yeah. So I don't know if you want to give a moment of it. We have a few minutes.
Well, I mean, we have to think about it. It's not, we can't just flip and come up with something now. It's something you really have to really consider and figure out. You know what I say? With more than just me. You know what I mean? It take a community away to figure out how we are going to get this done and the right way to do it. I mean, there's a way to do it. We have to put some pressure. We have to, it might cause, we have to rise up some people and make them know say that it's a majority of people, not just a few away. So, I mean, we have to mobilize.
Well, Prof. Rosalie Hamilton, I am quite sure that Ziggy is more than willing to have the conversation with you. She is the right person, actually, the convener of the Advocates Network.
Okay.
And here we are with Arlene saying, "Greetings, sister. A disgrace that the people who have helped build the culture, the Marleys, in phenomenal ways are being denied access in their own country. Disgusting." Quite a bit of that. There are too many. Erica says, what a shame and disgrace. Well, she's saying that as long as you're here, it's gone international, so it is good for us. Is Big A here? All right. So Big A understands that we do have to go an extra 5 minutes. So thank you, Big A. You're inside of the Africa Forum. It is Running Africa, and Ziggy Marley is in the studio with us. And wow, 101 messages, Shamara. I can't get through all of them. But suffice to say, where do we go from here, Ziggy? So we have had this conversation. We've been having it for a while. What now?
I mean, we as the advocates, we have to go to the community. We have to go into the communities and make people who not aware what this is about. Beaches, yes, but rights of Jamaican people. We have to take it to the grassroots. We have to do it in the community. We talk about it on radar, on TV, and in a court. That alone I'm going to do it. We have to go in the community. So advocates, me, you, whoever it is, we need to start go into the communities and express what we're talking about, because it affect all of us.
And I agree with you 100%. Until we get face-to-face with the people, I think that a lot of job is done by having these conversations here, but that we really do need to get into the communities. You know, every Sunday morning, I'm a beach person, I'm a child of Oshuna. I can't live nowhere where there's no river, no beach, or nothing like that. And, every Sunday morning, I say to Big A, which beach do I go to now? Now, I've been having this conversation with Big A for years, that he usually asks me to paint my home dress where I go now. And usually I'm going to a beach. And we usually have a beach to go. But in the last few months, I am begging him to tell me, where can I go? And the other day he told me about one, and he said, but you have to go to the security. And I went there and I went to the security. The security wouldn't let me in. So I came back and I said, Big A, it's because it's you. He recognized you, Big A, but he never recognized me. So here I am. I'm still without a beach. Which beach you went to last time, my darling there? Social media. So which beach are you going to, Ziggy, in Otrius, or are you just going to?
Yeah, man.
Before you go there, I want to talk about the movie. Let us talk about the movie. Here is Mr. Big A. See, Mr. Big A.
Big A.
Shush.
Can't shush Big A. Big A.
Ziggy said Big A time I'm here shush me. You said Big A time I'm here shush him 2 minutes after 10.
Come on. Come in, Big A.
Grab the microphone, Big A, and tell Ziggy about the beach. Or you tell me about that. The security is on the beach.
You know it is, right?
It's just up there. It's just up the road there, sir. But they let you in, but nobody never let me in. That's what I'm telling Ziggy. That, I've been discriminated against, but you good. You tell me.
Like name discrimination.
Exactly. You're Mr. Big A. Right. So tell me about the movie, Ziggy.
Yeah, the movie, we just finished the movie. Not titled yet, but kind of the life story of my father, my mother too. It the foundation of it is from 1976, 1978, so the assassination attempt to the Return for One Love concert. That is the foundation where we're telling him story in. Where we see him as a little boy, we see, for me, because I love movies, I watch movies, so when we was going to make this movie, I said, listen, can't make a boring movie, we have to make something we're going to enjoy for watch. And that period of his life was very active and volatile and all the changes and things happening. So
political tribalism. I wonder how you got that in the movie. That must have been something.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Bucky and Claudia there. I mean,
wow.
It's a history lesson for a lot of the youths now in Jamaica. Then we get a look at history.
Marley and Saga there too?
Yeah, Marley and Saga there night. Everything there night from the period of time. So I mean, we feel like we do a good job. The actor is Kingsley Benadir, is an Englishman, English youth, but him really do a good job. Lashana Lynch, she's another phenomenal actor that we have in it, as she plays my mother. Mm-hmm. So we have plenty. The whole cast is basically Jamaican.
I didn't get the memo.
We have so much like siblings and not siblings, but what you call it, relatives of people who was actually there. Mm-hmm. Ross Michael's son.
Right.
China Smith, the paper one of China Unite.
Yes.
Family Man Sunny Night.
Wow.
Junior Marvin son, Bonnie Whaler Sunny Night.
What? I saw the Naki.
Yeah, man. So
I spoke to him this morning.
So it's like it's a real. It really Sheldon play Neville.
Yes.
So we have it just represent right, you know. Yeah.
It sounds good. Are you in any other project? What about Sidella? Is she in the movie? Sidella should have been in that movie.
No, she's not in it, but she a producer. She's
a actress, you know. I think she did 2 movies, right?
Yeah.
But I love her in the movie.
Yeah.
She's good. All right. So any other projects?
No, just some touring and work on the next album. We have some books out. I mean that's about it right now. I mean, the main thing we're there for is for really focus on the right thing for Jamaica right now, and you know that is what the focus is right now, you know, because it's important. You know?
Yes, and we really appreciate that. As we said before, the Aluta continua a vittoria is certa. The struggle continues, but victory is certain, and we have to believe that. We have to know that.
Yes.
You know, to be able to do what it takes. Biggie, I have taken 5 minutes. Is that okay, sir? Do you have any question you want to ask Ziggy before we go? I could take another 10 minutes if you don't. Do you have any question you want to ask? Ziggy? Biggie, I know what you're doing, you know. You're hiding from the camera. Come from behind there. He had no idea before that he was on camera, you know. So you see, all right. So anyway, so I'm in charge of so it's 5 minutes after 10 o'clock, and we're now inside of the Sunday Sunshine. But it was me and Ziggy. Do you want to sing any songs again?
No, I don't want to sing. I just want to say something.
I mean inside of the Sunday Sunshine.
Inside of what?
Sunday.
No, let me just finish with say. Yeah. To to all sides involved, there's a balance that we can have. Everyone can gain something from the idea of economic growth without losing rights of the people. There's a balance that can be had. It's not impossible, you know. But the bigger is them have to understand that the rights of the Jamaican people is priority and first.
Yes.
You know, and then we can balance everything else with that.
Because they say economic growth and job creation, which is interesting. And we see the jobs that are being created are substandard jobs for the service industry. So somebody has taken a decision that Jamaica is going to provide the labor for these labor camps and these plantations and so on. Somebody took that decision. And that's why we have a Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation. And my producer is telling me to wrap. But Biggie is right there and he's not saying anything. Yeah. All right. So this is how we say goodbye. Yes, I mean, I say goodbye to you.
Yeah, I love it.
But thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for the opportunity.
And thank you and the Marley family. Really appreciate it. Ziggy Marley there inside of the Africa Forum coming through. Let me tell you, it feels like a family reunion. And I'm sure Biggie can agree with this. No, I need Ziggy, so let's do this. Ziggy, I hope all these music online here